Hello guys, and welcome back to Aussie's Motor Tips here on YouTube. Today is more brief than normal because it is a pretty straightforward thing. It is all to do with power steering fluid and to improve the quality of what's in your vehicle, the quality of the fluid. Fluid in your power steering is obviously very important. It's under, I would say, a great deal of pressure. It can get hot and it can deteriorate over time. So we need to look after it. We need to replenish it. So in the video that I'm under my bonnet, under the Mini One 2003, I give a demonstration of only one cycle out of 5 what you should do. I only do one cycle of replenishment. We get the fluid out of the reservoir and yeah, we get it out and we replenish it with new as the fluid is in cycle. I do explain in the video also that I'm not able to actually film the reservoir filling up when the steering wheel is used, only because I can't actually position the camera anywhere to actually show you guys. Also, what I'll do is I will show you some pipe work relating to your power steering in a Mini, where you could possibly drain the fluid that way too, but I recommend reservoir is your goal. Many mechanics, many people drain from the reservoir and not the pipe work, but it's entirely up to you. It's your car. So without further ado, I like to waft on these intros. This is a power steering, not flush, but replenishment. I would say power steering fluid replenishment on a Mini One 2003 1.6 petrol R50. It's my Mini, it's not a customer's. So yep, enjoy and follow the steps. But again, I'm only showing you one step, which you should do 5 or 6 times, like repeat it, and then your fluid will get more and more, what's the word? More and more newer as you do more. You can't just do this once like I do in the video. You have to repeat the step several times, and then your power steering fluid will look a lot better and perform probably better as well. Okay, so enjoy. Okay, so first of all we'll pop the bonnet, put the keys in the ignition first. Pop the bonnet, which is there. And up she goes. Right, so your power steering fluid reservoir is there. So we undo the cap, which I've done really tight. There we go. By the way, like I said, you want your car raised up on the front end. Okay, please do that, because then it takes the pressure off the front. I'm just checking out my new suspension. Oh, looking good. Anyway, back to the job in hand. So we've got a reservoir here full of power steering fluid, and we're going to drain it with this syringe, but first I need a container. Oh, what I could do, yeah, actually we'll get a container. Okay, so put the container there. We'll drain fluid out of here, just like that. It's should be looking green, mine, and it is. It's looking quite nice. We'll get rid of the old fluid into a container like that, and we'll keep going until the reservoir is completely empty. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed this up for you, and we'll be on it. Okay, so we're at the end. One more load, I would say. Okay, there. So old power steering fluid. Of course, you've got to do this 5 or 6 times. Okay, we'll get a shot of that. So that's all drained. So now you get either someone or yourself to steer the wheel. I mean, in there you can see that is empty, yeah? What I might do is... Right, I think you might be able to see. It's a bit of a guess. Oh, as soon as I touch it, look at that. Trying to stay the camera. Okay, so I'm going to steer the wheel now. Will you watch the fluid? So then what you would do when that's empty is you would start the engine. You would then steer the wheel left fully, right fully, until the reservoir fills up again. Sometimes it won't. If it doesn't, then you just need more fluid. If it does, then drain that and then fill it up. Repeat, repeat, repeat until the fluid changes colour. So what I'm going to do now is just fill it up. See that green? To there. Get the cap, and the cap has different levels. Okay, obviously if it's down there it's too low, there's good, about there I would like it. So we do it up, undo it and check the level, and we're about there at the minute, so we need a bit more. Not much. Again, dip it, undo it, yeah, a bit more. Repeat, repeat until you get the right level, which is about halfway there. That's what I want it. Lovely. It's on the first mark. Considering actually that it didn't fill up when I did start it, I'll fill it right up. Yeah, there we go. That's to the top line, pretty much. So I'm happy with that. Get all the tools in one, right. Right, I did also kind of promise on my intro that I would show you some pipes that's relating to the power steering, which you could also probably drain the fluid from this location, but I tend to drain it from the reservoir via a syringe, which I just showed you, but you could also do this. So you see that U-bend pipe that's at the bottom left hand corner of your screen right now? It kind of just goes left and then just turns right back on itself. It goes towards the gator there on the steering rack. That is where your fluid's going. That's your power steering fluid pipe. So what you would do is you would follow that all the way around. It goes right back there, look. Just follow that until you see a connector, and then you would undo that connector and possibly then steer the wheel if you want to take a risk, or just let it drain, then connect it back up and fill it up and do it that way. You could do. Just be aware that you could get air in the system that way. So you can see your steering rack now, which is, well, you follow that gator, which is that ribbed rubber bit there. That's your steering rack. And yeah, your power steering hose, sorry about the wind, is there. Okay, let's see if I can zoom in for you a minute. That's the hose I'm talking about right there. That's a good shot of it actually. So yeah, just follow that all the way around, look. There's a holder there. And it goes all the way, and probably on the other side, which I can't see from here, there'll be a connector. Okay? And that's the gator I was talking about. Was a rubber boot for your steering rack. So yeah, keeping to my promises, that's exactly what I was going to show you. You could drain the fluid that way, but I favour the reservoir. Okay, so onwards to the review. So I thought I'd explain what happened when, I don't know if you remember the bit where the camera fell into the engine bay when I was trying to position you to see the fluid inside the reservoir. Yeah, it's a funny one because I thought I'd explain because it is funny. What I used was the windscreen wiper to prop you up with a heavy tool. If you wind it back, you'll hear that heavy tool hit every orifice of that engine. But yeah, last time I used the car, I needed the windscreen wipers, and obviously I just turned off the engine and went home last time. So when I went to steer the steering wheel with you guys propped up on the engine or above the engine bay against the windscreen wipers, I turned the ignition and the windscreen wipers started wiping, didn't they? So guess what happened to the GoPro? Yeah. So that's what happened there on the whoops. But yeah, that's all that went wrong really. Again, like I said, please do that process several times until the fluid goes nice on your car, and your steering rack will be very happy and very grateful. Please make sure that you use the right stuff. It goes without saying, it's just like engine oil. Look in your manual or ring a dealership. Something, use your head. Don't just put any old power steering fluid in, please. That's important. You can't just use anything. If you look on the video, I'm using a Pacific mini specification power steering fluid. So that is worth noting. Please make sure you got the right stuff. So thanks for watching. We're near the end of the mini project now. I think there's all what's left now is an auxiliary belt, I think, but that's in due time. Good time. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
single day.